Yeah, so all of you greasy gamers already know what Demon Slayer is. The manga that no one read, and the anime that absolutely blew up so much that my grandma knows what it is. And she's the kind of person to watch Downton Abbey and put on the Corrie every evening. But it's also something else. It's a series that's, in my opinion, just completely overrated.
Did he just say what I think he said?
Oi! He said Demon Slayer was mid!
Huh? What was that?
Oh, you absolute bellend! What the fuck? Oh my fucking god! What's this bellend saying?
Oh, you bloody wanker!
Oi!
Why do I watch shonen? For the one person who doesn't know what Demon Slayer is about, this is it. There are demons in Japan who kill and eat people to survive. One day, Tanjiro comes back home to find his whole family slaughtered by demons, only to find that his sister, Nezuko, isn't dead, but she's actually been turned into a demon. He then sets off on a journey to become a demon slayer, and to turn his sister back into a human. Now, I can already tell what your reaction to this would be. Wow, what a complex and brand new idea that nobody's ever heard of, that's worthy of becoming the #1 most popular anime of all time, and winning awards such as multiple Crunchyroll Anime Awards, many Japan Academy Awards, and even 2 Nobel Peace Prizes for each season so far, with possibly a 3rd incoming. Let's all stand up and give a big round of applause. But honestly, even if it's the most basic and shonen-y plot ever, at least it's not awful, not pointing out any names or anything. The plot does what needs to be done to allow for other things that are absolutely stellar. Another part I don't think's absolutely stellar is the characters. Like the plot, for the most part, these are more bland than a meal of a bread sandwich with a side of flour. Like always, the main cast is a trio. Tanjiro, the main protagonist who always fights for justice and protect his family, beating his foe with a friendship punch and a little smooch on the lips. There's Inosuke, some guy cosplaying as a hog, and because he's an animal and stuff, that means he's really, really, really angry about everything that ever happens. And then there's Zenitsu. Oh dear, oh dear. He's some guy who's obsessed over the colour yellow, and he looks like Pikachu. He's the, "Ooh, I'm so timid. Oh, please don't hurt me. Save me. Oh, this is too scary. Ah!" kind of guy. And these are the guys who want to knock out and throw off a cliff straight into the depths of hell so he can live forever in agony, having his insides slowly melted away until he's hollow inside. And I'm getting carried away here. I wouldn't be so mad if he wasn't screaming and crying literally the whole time. But he is. The whole time. Now, to be fair, they all do get cool moments, but their very flat, one-note personalities just don't do anything for me. And I was hoping that after the backlash about this from Season 1, they'd at least try and do some development for the characters in Season 2, especially for Zenitsu. But I guess I'm just an idiot, sitting here on my own waiting for the anime Santa to give me a present, and then he just dumped a fat one down my chimney. Although, at least like half the episodes in Season 2 were action, and during action, the characters mostly just shut up and fight, which gives me some time to turn down the volume in my headphones before Zenitsu cries and bursts my eardrums again. While Demon Slayer doesn't try and do anything new or exciting in these departments, it definitely makes up for it in multiple others, such as... And my god, how new and exciting this is. The animation. Ufotable really did something absolutely outstanding here. Firstly, the art style of the anime is so beautiful and very different compared to literally any other anime ever made. Now, I'm not too sure whether this is taken from the manga or not, as I haven't read it, but wow was it a feast for my eyes. And also, while the breathing styles might not be, in theory, the most new and exciting power, but god does it look good. It's always super vibrant and perfectly contrasts with the background at all times, and you can very obviously tell what breathing style each swordsman uses from it. The love and care put into the actual animation is another thing that really elevates it for me. Each and every movement in this show makes my penis more erect than when I'm watching High School DxD, and my eyeballs just absolutely explode, especially in the fight scenes, where all of the 3 things I just love about the looks of this show really come together. Fights are when this show's visual superiority really shine and become probably the best in its field. I mean, this kind of stuff makes One Piece look like it was drawn by a blind 5-year-old kid who was thrown into a Russian gulag and animated it with only a twig and mud. That's how amazing this is. I mean, to be honest, if I was a demon and I saw the fight unfolding right in front of me, I'd probably just explode on the spot from what I was witnessing. Each breathing attack is like a whole fireworks show going off, and the fluidity to it all is incredible. Ufotable must either be working their employees to death and only feeding them once they've finished a fight scene, or giving out crazy overtime pay to speed up the process, because this looks like a blockbuster movie that took 6 years. However, it only took them about 2 or 3 years to make 4 or 5 hours worth. And all of this work pays off because it looks mind-blowing and it just generates absolute pure hype the whole time, which is really something special to be a part of when you're watching it in the cinema with others and everyone's just going absolutely mental. Another area where lots of people might be put off is the show's comedy. It's your typical shonen comedy. It's always falling back on the classics, like characters being animated childishly because they've been made sad or something like that, or people being angry at each other and then doing goofy things. More recently in season 3, which I've started watching, but it hasn't really gotten going yet, they even pull out the hee hee, big booby woman, boobies gonna show. Hee hee, big boobies. Now, while it sounds like I'm dissing the comedy, it isn't bad in any way. It just isn't for some people. Like, for example, when I went to see the first episode in the cinema with my dad, he just sat there, stone-faced, for the whole thing. Well, I was at least giggling a little bit. However, some attempts do hit. It's just not Velma levels of comedy, thank God. Overall, after watching the whole series again, I can still say that I don't think that this show will raise the dead and summon Jesus down from the skies just so we can watch it. But I do think that it's a goddamn fun show, and I know that it looks great. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.